What's up, Cinemaniacs? I am here to give you my review of 50 Shades of Grey. We're going to start off with the director, Sam Taylor Johnson. She's a woman that has directed several short films. She has also been a part of a couple of other films. One film, she was one of 11 directors. The movie was called Districted, which is also another kind of sexually risque kind of movie. And it was also very poorly received. So maybe sexually risque isn't really her thing. The movie had very weak direction. It took the plot way too long to develop. The chemistry wasn't really there between the two actors, and I do blame that mostly on the director. You should be able to see if your actors have chemistry or not. And if they don't, fix it. The sex scenes in the movie, which are about a fifth of the movie, which is a lot of runtime, really either needed to be tastefully done or go over the top. And the problem is they kind of went in the middle and it got awkward. So the sex scenes weren't even sexy. They were really more uncomfortable or funny or uncomfortably funny, which I don't think is the direction that she was going for. But I loved every second of it. Now, the biggest thing is that this runtime was about 2 hours and 5 minutes. It really could have been helped if you took the runtime from about 2 hours and 5 minutes to a 100-minute film. Instead, you got bored towards the end. In the last 5 to 10 minutes of the movie, it actually got good. There was actual heat and passion that you didn't feel in the rest of the movie. Now, the one redeemable quality of this movie is Dakota Johnson. She actually did a really good job. She actually got the laughs that you were actually supposed to laugh at. She was hands down the best part of this film, and not just because she was naked for a lot of it. She did a great job as Anastasia Steele, such a porn name, but she did such a great job and was the main reason why people probably didn't leave the movie early. Now, Jamie Dornan, on the other hand, who is a model turned actor, played Christian Grey, and this intriguing, successful, sexy man had the personality of a doormat. And the way he delivered his lines was so hilariously awkward that I loved when he was on the screen just because I knew I was going to be laughing my ass off. This was the epitome of acting gone wrong, and it was so awesome and hilarious to see on the big screen. I can really see why they originally wanted to cast Charlie Hunnam as this character, because if you watched him in Pacific Rim, you would understand how his acting ability would fit perfect in this role. He has good looks, he has the acting chops of this microphone, but he could give you that serious look and deliver those cheesy lines. So I can see why they went after him. It's unfortunate they didn't get him because I think he's a more attractive man. That would have appealed more to the ladies. But I can see why Charlie Hunnam's camp did not want him to be in this movie, because it would have solidified him as a terrible actor. Now, I know I'm destroying this movie, but you have to understand that I actually love this movie so much. I laughed from the beginning to the end. I was the only male in the whole theater, and all I could hear the whole time was oh, did you see that? Nipples. He said spank. That's all I heard. And it was hilarious. It was awesome. I wish the theater was packed. If we weren't supposed to get a blizzard, I would go see the movie again tonight and hope that the theater was packed so everybody can enjoy it together. This is one of those movies that you yell at the screen as the movie goes on and people don't mind. If it wasn't packed, I'd probably just leave. Now, don't get it twisted. The best part was on the cab ride home where I got to listen to Panama from Van Halen. That was fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off right now. I'm going to rate this movie a 6.5 out of 10. It would have probably gotten up to a 7.5, maybe even an 8 if the theater was packed. I went into this movie expecting it to be the most well-written porn I've ever seen. I've never seen porn. But what I was hoping for, that guilty pleasure comedy gold, and it gave me almost all of that. Like I said, the sex scenes were not sexy. It is not a sexy movie at all. I blame that mostly on the director and partly on Jamie Dornan. I haven't read the book, so I don't know exactly how his character is supposed to seem, but as far as how it played out on the big screen, which I know when you're reading these books, I'm sure your mind gets it going and it brings the fantasy into a whole different level. And so I'm sure the books are, even though they're terribly written, I'm sure they're much, much better. But the movie itself, it was terrible. As long as you go in with a bunch of friends that you know that you can laugh at the movie, then you're going to have an amazing time. So if you've seen it already, let me know what you think by sounding off in the comment section below. Please hit that subscriber button, because as soon as we get to 100 subscribers on the channel, I will be giving away a free movie digital download to one lucky subscriber. Please click on that subscriber button and share it with everybody. If you haven't seen the movie and you've seen my review, will you go see it now? You can hit me up on Twitter at The Cinebros. You can also follow on Instagram at The Cinebros. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, please, like I said, subscribe, like, comment, share, smack, flip, rub it down. Oh no! I will be seeing you guys soon.